Okay. So, I've been wanting to share the concept of the waiter with you guys, the audience. So, I'm going to attempt to fix my window because it rained last night and I had a trash bag on here. But I need anyhow, the concept of the waiter. The waiter, I feel, is arguably the most undervalued nature of reality, right? So it doesn't really matter if it's a simulation or not, because our thoughts shape our reality, right? Like your thoughts, I think your thoughts 100% shape your reality. And whether or not you agree, like, kind of just seems like science. If you're thinking bad, negative shit, like, what's gonna happen? Probably bad, negative shit. So, here we go. So to my point is the waiter, right? The universe is, without a doubt, like, soft, right? Again, if you're thinking negative thoughts, negative shit is probably going to come, right? Like, knock on wood, right? Everybody knocks on wood. That right there is saying that, like, reality is malleable, okay? So for me, this concept of the waiter really changed my life because it makes reality soft. So the waiter comes to your table to take your order, right? And he's like, "Hi, what would you like to have today? What could the universe provide you with that would make your day a benefit?" And you, being the closed-minded asshole you are just like, "Last time I was here, I got shrimp cocktail, and it fucking sucked, and I never want shrimp cocktail again." And the waiter is like, "Oh my, that's very unfortunate. I will not give you shrimp cocktail unless you order it. What would you like today?" And you're just like, "You know what? I don't even know what I want, but I know I don't want shrimp cocktail." And he's like, "Yeah, I kind of understood that from the earlier conversation. So what would you like to have, you know? What would be of a benefit to you?" And you're like, "You know, I really don't even know what I do want. I don't want shrimp cocktail." And the waiter is like, "Well, you know, I hear you, but the only thing you're telling me is shrimp cocktail, and I have a job to do, so I'm gonna go get you shrimp cocktail." Because you kept saying shrimp cocktail. You never told him what you did want. You never told him what would be a benefit to you. You just kept spouting on about how bad the shrimp cocktail was last time and not telling the guy what would be good. And so it's one of those, like, is this making sense already? I hope it's making sense already. Because this year, I made a New Year's resolution to not complain about my situation. Well, as time goes on, that evolves into accepting my position where I'm at. Like, do you understand the difference in that? Like, I, on January 1st, was in such a miserable place, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop complaining. And I was very conscious of that all the way through to about April. And then I started evolving, and my seasonal depression was a little bit better. And so I think, like, accepting myself where I am, meeting myself more than even halfway, like, I think it really actually helped quite a bit. And so I've been explaining this concept of the waiter to my friends and shit because, like, the universe is always listening. That's the concept, okay? The waiter is just so that our little fucking human brains can understand what's actually happening. But the waiter never leaves your table. Like, if he writes it on his little notepad, bam, shows up. The next waiter brings it and leaves. But this waiter is still standing there, still waiting. Do you need water? Do you need a napkin? Do you need anything? The waiter is ready to serve. And so that's truly what the concept of the waiter is, because we live inside the universe. So the universe is always here. It's always listening, waiting for your little human dreams to come true. But once again, if the only thing you're doing is spouting on about how shitty the shrimp cocktail was every fucking time you show up, what do you think he's gonna bring you? He's gonna say, hey, this bitch is ordering the shrimp cocktail. And every motherfucker's gonna laugh because they know that the shrimp cocktail sucks. That's the only thing you're going on and on about. Oh God, please don't let my car break. What? Dude, you're ordering, and the waiter is gonna bring you a broken alternator. Like, that's just the way that it goes. And so I wanted to share with you guys the fact that the waiter is constantly listening, constantly ready to provide you with exactly what you order. Catch 22 is you won't shut up about how shitty the shrimp cocktail was. Okay? Like, this window kept falling down, and I really didn't want it to break. And then finally, it falls down only like 3 inches, just shatters. Second window I've had to put in this track. And it rained last night. So, like I said, I wanted to share with you guys how if you continuously talk about how bad the shrimp cocktail was or is or always will be, that's what you're gonna get. And so you need to understand that he's always standing there, always listening. The waiter, the universe wants to give you what you ask for. But how's it gonna give you the good stuff if you keep talking about the bad shit? So my New Year's resolution was to complain less. But when I wrapped my little ape brain around the concept 9 months later, what it is accepting my situation and almost congratulating myself for where I'm at. And that's huge. That's fucking huge. Imagine being sad with your entire existence and waking up every day with a little bit of dread. But then you accept yourself. That's like loving yourself. And you know, so I guess that's it. Like, the universe is always listening. So you need to be training your brain like an Olympic athlete to focus on what you do want and how it could be practically implemented in your life, right? You can ask the waiter to win the lottery. You really can. And you know what? If you've done the work, it'll give it to you. It'll give it to you. You will win. But then, if you haven't put in the mental effort to love yourself for the situation, that's why these motherfucking lottery winners go broke. Is because they ordered shrimp cocktail and they wanted shrimp cocktail, but then they let it sit on the table and get warm. They wasted it. They fucking wasted it. And then 6 months later, 6 years later, they're fucking crying boo-hoo broke again. Because they didn't accept their situation. They didn't love themselves. They didn't think about the order from top to bottom so that they could get what they really wanted. No. Why would you do that? I wanted to win the lottery. I won the lottery. I feel like my analogies are starting to wane. Got 2 more minutes to finish this up. So to my point, to my thoughts, to my concept, what I mean is like, oh, for one, you need to love yourself. Come here, over here. You need to love yourself. Because you are truthfully the only person you're gonna have for your whole life. Just yourself. You might get a lovely wife, and she might be a great person, but you really only get yourself your whole life. So you need to learn to love yourself. You need to learn to accept yourself. You need to actually think about your future and your life so that when you put an order in, you get what will be of a benefit. That way, you quit asking for your alternator to break. You know, you quit wishing and hoping that everything makes it okay. Like, I used to think I wanted to move away. And I do, but I realize I don't want to leave all my friends and family. And I used to think I wanted to move to a homestead. And I do, but I have refined that picture into a pipe dream I can actually smoke. Does that make sense? Because I can have the pipe dream that I want to be a monster truck driver, and even at my physical size and capability, that is an achievable dream. But let's be realistic. Am I gonna go be a monster truck driver tomorrow, or even next year, or even 5 years from now? Probably not. You're talking about something that's gonna consume your entire life, and I'm not looking for it to do that. So I need to put that pipe dream away. But when I think, I do my best to not order shrimp cocktail. And I'm not bagging on shrimp cocktail, okay? When the concept of the waiter was explained to me, that's what they used, that's what people can relate to. How many times have you ordered shrimp cocktail and it's either overpriced or disgusting or both? Trust me, I like shrimp cocktail, but I want good shrimp and I want good sauce. I'm not ordering it at the casino where the waiter is standing at my table waiting to take my order. And so I still want a homestead. I still want to build my own house. I still want to construct my own life, and I want to share with YouTube so that you guys can support me. And you don't even have to give me anything, just by watching these videos, because hopefully I'm an eloquent speaker. I was a cop. And I can be an eloquent speaker, I can learn to script, I can learn to edit. These are things I want to do. So I have refined the picture into something I actually want. And then I tell the waiter what I actually want. And that's what makes the difference, is I'm not knocking on wood hoping shit don't happen. No, fuck that. Stop thinking about that. Stop. You don't need to think about that. What you need to do is think about your future and focus on yourself, so that when the waiter comes to your seat and asks you what you want, you're ready. You know. You have refined the image into something that is of benefit. Quit telling them about last visit. Last visit was your fault because, again, you ordered the bullshit. I'm going to end this video. I know it's getting long. I could talk about this all day. By the way, I got my truck fixed. There she is, parked on the street.